In response to behaviourism, there was a reaction against scientific reductionism and people being treated as objects and learning being reduced to carrots and sticks. Instead, some educational psychologists asserted that the affective and subjective world was to be reaffirmed. Personal freedom, choice, motivations and feelings had to have their place. Perhaps the best known example is Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of motivation. At the lowest level are physiological needs, at the highest self-actualization. Only when the lower needs are met is it possible to fully move on to the next level. A motive at the lower level is always stronger than those at high levels. Learning can thus be seen as a form of self-actualization. It contributes to psychological health, and education is therefore tied to people's intentions and values, not just stimulus-response behaviours. Another psychologist working in this area was Carl Rogers, who had a passion for education that engaged with the whole person and with their experiences. Learning that combines the logical and intuitive, the intellect and feelings. He saw the following elements as being involved in significant or experiential learning. So for him, learning has a quality of personal involvement, the whole person in both feeling and cognitive aspects being in the learning event. It's self-initiated, so even when the impetus or stimulus comes from the outside, the sense of discovery, of reaching out, of grasping and comprehending comes from within. It's pervasive, so it makes a difference in the behaviour, the attitudes, perhaps even the personality of the learner. It's evaluated by the learner. She or he knows whether it is meeting their need, whether it leads towards what they want to know, whether it illuminates the dark area of ignorance they're experiencing. The locus of evaluation then resides within the learner. In addition, its essence is meaning, so when such learning takes place, the element of meaning to the learner is built into the whole experience. The primary purpose of humanism could be described as the development of self-actualized, autonomous people. In humanism, learning is student-centered and personalized, and the educator's role is that of a facilitator. Affective and cognitive needs are key, and the goal is to develop self-actualized people in a cooperative, supportive environment. So for your teaching practice, this view encourages you to get to know your students, to understand their motivations, intentions and values, and to be empathetic towards them. It also encourages you to try to involve everyone, which can be challenging, and we'll talk about this more later when looking at specific learning activities within the actual class, and to see the bigger picture of why people are here at the university and what it is all about for them as individuals.